Hello, I just had whatever you call what I just had. I I think it's called a lie. Okay. Okay. So this is apparently tea time with no tea. What is this? I'm supposed to talk about things in my life which I think I would need one to talk about that. But anyway, so my father, he's an asshole. He cheated on my mom. And then I moved into another family with my mom. And then I had a shitty brother. He got a heart attack. He died. Conveniently, when he was trying to kill me. And then my mom didn't believe me. And then, yeah. And then my mom's husband tried to kill me and then killed her. And then while I was running, I got stuck in a trance or something. And then I was brought to some weird ass wonderland. I will get into that later. And then I realized, or I found out, that I supposedly died a long time ago. Apparently, my body flew in the air and then my neck snapped. That that is so splendid. Now, on to the person who, quote unquote, held me captive. He was my age at the time, but he was crazy. He was insane. He worked for a, a literal god of death. Yes, there are more than one. Um, it and he was tricking me the whole entire time. He built something for me and then told me not to go near it. Of course, I didn't listen, and it blasted a hole through my chest. I know that sounds crazy, but it did happen. And that somewhat gives me my influence now. Of course, I was more powerful than most of the people that are biological in my family, including my father, yes. Apparently, I never knew that my whole bloodline had powers. You could say I was blessed with a gift that I did not want. But anyway, my cat, my cat, the person who held me captive. Yeah, we actually started dating. I'm pretty sure that's called Stockholm Syndrome now. Look, I don't know. And then, after a while, I found out we had a fight. A war happened in the realm that we were in because my mind was in a different realm, but my physical body was dead. I have no idea how that works. Do not ask me. Don't. Just don't. But anyway, more wars, and later, his lord, the death god that I was talking about earlier, he blasted me and then made me his servant And then that's how I found out I had powers. Way before that thing he made for me blasted me and put a hole through my chest. Yeah. So yeah, that was a thing. That was a thing. And currently, my father decided to provoke me on purpose by setting a picture of me and him on fire so he could, quote unquote, stop me. In reality, that was all tears in the rain for him because it didn't work very well for him. And before that, I sort of trapped um, that one guy that held me captive um, in a whole like different, not different, but I changed the shape of reality and I made a whole domain for where I had my own little paradise. That didn't last very long, but some of the most powerful people in every universe, they couldn't they couldn't break the they couldn't break the dome around us down for 10 years. Yeah, I think that just proves a point. I just wanted to say that. But anyway, before that, I was saved. Blah 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 blah. I went out to real, yeah, your, yeah, and then I thought it would be a good idea to float to where my old house is, and apparently that's not normal anymore. Well, it wasn't ever normal, but yeah. And then I was taken in by the government. And then I was put in an asylum. I killed the people in that asylum. I escaped, and then I made the domain. Yeah. And then a whole lot of stuff happened. Um I awakened something inside of me. I still don't know how to explain it. But yeah. Um I did what someone said that was the Chrissy Crumble. I don't know what the Chrissy Crumble is. Is that like a dance? But anyway, my bones started breaking. My neck got snapped again, and then they reshaped themselves. And then apparently I wasn't aging throughout that time, so I still looked like a 16-year-old. And then when that happened, I aged up and I looked like a 20-year-old. And then I got this like mask that covers my entire face, but I'm still able to see, which was fitting because I didn't really want anyone to see me, my face, or yeah. And then after that, um, yeah. So some witches decided it would be a good idea to get in my way, which is never a good idea. If we're being honest, they did kind of beat me. They actually did kind of beat me, which is insane. How is the most powerful being in the world bested by a couple of witches? Especially by a pathetic one who lost her son. If you didn't know, I hate parents. Even though I was one. Don't ask about that. They died. I'm very sad. I you can't tell, but I am trying not to cry. Anyway, um, hmm. But I hate parents still. Hello. So yeah, that happened, and then blah blah blah. And then, oh well, before that, I I had stuck back into where the others were, like the witches, their original realm, dimension. I don't know what to call it now. They use so many fancy names. But but I killed one of the most powerful gods, the ice god Shogun, and apparently she came back to life to do a review video. How does that even work? Anyway, so so before that, after when I tried to open a dimensional portal to get what I wanted, using the bodies of a few people, including my father's because he showed up out of nowhere. Um, that ultimately failed because she decided to cut a hole in the sky, and that distracted me long enough to where I was stabbed. Now, fortunately, I am I am not that easily killed now. I just revived somehow. I don't know how. I don't. Ugh. I may never know. But then we had this big fight. She's still alive, and then my father decided it would be a good idea to set my hair on fire. Now, I was burning for a while, and that gave them the time to escape. And then this bitch that I created, the god of fear, she decided it was a good idea to go and chase them and not fucking throw some water on me. Hello? Ungrateful brat. Anyway, after that, there was like this big fight. Powers, blasts, punching, killing, death, everything. And then, you wanna know what happened then? You wanna know what happened then? They decided that it would be a good idea to piss me off even more and try to use a music box to weaken me. Now that may have worked before, but it doesn't work now. I'm too powerful for that now. Yeah, and then after that, I was able to steal a lot of power from powerful beings, blah blah blah. And then, guess what? I got a brand new form. Yay. And then I was able to like become Fear's, the god of fear that I created. Yeah, she's able to do whatever. I don't know what to call I don't know what to call them. They go by anything or everything. It's confusing. It's confusing. Just tell me what you would like to be preferred to called, or anything between what I've seen. Just use anything because hear this. She said I can call them a piece of grass if I wanted. That is so confusing. How do I? Oh my god. Anyway, they can do the same thing as me, except here's the hint. She can create fear. She doesn't become them. She can, but she creates them and makes them a reality to torment her victim. And then this isn't even the worst part. He can also make them have their own free will, which, if that wasn't bad enough, they can physically harm. The fears that, oh my god, that is too overpowered. And get this, in the end, they ended up betraying me and using my own fear against me. Do you want to know how bad that was? It was horrible. And then I dragged them down to purgatory, and then those bitches upstairs decided it wasn't my time. So those witches and my father decided to do a summoning spell. And exorcise me. Exorcise! Which, what the hell? Anyway, I got exercise. Had a moment with the person I killed. The bitch who lost her son. She exercised me, but that means she had to go. I didn't do anything. It just happened. But anyway, um, um, my father, and I, sat in the burning place because we both decided it was like our time or whatever, we wanted to end that. But somehow I'm still alive. Haha. Yeah, so that's tea time. Goodbye.